So the topic that we were discussing yesterday, that was about effective rate of duty and tariff value. Okay. What is the difference? In this, we have section 15 and section 16. So as per section 15, what is the effective date?
Date of filing a bill of entry.
Date of entry in word or the arrival
This is
of conveyance.
date of filing of
bill of entry
for
consumption
home consumption under section
46.
or 68. Right? And another situation where bill of entry is not filed
On the date of payment of duty.
on the date of payment of duty. This we already know, right? Now, since the bill of entry is filed under section 46 before the actual arrival of the goods, then what is relevant?
The inward date.
entry
The
in
date
word
of entry in word or the arrival.
So whether that is applicable for section 68 also or not?
Yes.
no sir, it is coming later sir.
No.
It is coming later sir.
68 come later. No?
68 always comes later. Goods are already removed, right? So entry, inward, arrival, etc. all the things are already over. So in case of section 68, that proviso does not apply. Okay, so proviso is applicable only when the bill of entry is there under section 46. Okay, so I'm putting a note here. So kabhi intentionally I ask the question later on, so you can understand, you can relate the provisions. So where bill of entry for home consumption is filed under section 46. Okay. Then it is deemed to have been filed on entry inward of vessel or arrival of vehicle or aircraft. Is it a correct statement? Sanjeev, check.
No
this.
sir.
क्या गलती?
No sir. वो 68 होगा सर ये.
68 तो नहीं है.
क्योंकि under section 46 it is not necessary that the vessel has arrived. Inward can take the advance bill of entry, we can file before arrival of vehicle also, vessel also.
It has to be filed before arrival in any case.
Yeah.
Option is it can be filed later also with the penalty.
Yeah.
In this case,
Actually,
already
what
filed.
we should write here is that when bill of entry is for home consumption is filed under section, what is it? Before or in advance, then only all this is relevant.
Before this.
Right. So by chance, if the bill of entry is already being filed after the goods have already landed in India, then this provision doesn't apply.
Yes.
Right. I intentionally omitted something so that it is highlighted. So under section 46, you can file before, you can file later. If you file before, that is called timely, so don't have to pay any penalty. It is advance, it is prior. And if you file after the arrival, it is certainly delayed and your penalty is payable. So by chance, if somebody is willing to pay the penalty and he is filing it later, then which rate will be relevant?
Date of
Date of
payment.
inward.
Then this is no. Then this
Filing
is
only.
applicable.
Date
6
of
months
filing.
later.
Sorry, date of filing.
Date
ये
of
लगेगा
filing.
ना? Right. Understand two different situations. One is bill of entry is filed either prior or in advance. समझते दोनों का मीनिंग प्रायर एंड एडवांस है ना, वो अपने को पता है. So where the bill of entry has already been filed until that the vessel has not arrived and the aircraft has not landed, vehicle has not arrived, the entry inward question does not even arise at all. Then the proviso becomes relevant that you have already filed it 10 days in advance, right? Entry inward granted today. So whether the rate of 10 days before or the rate of today should be applicable?
Today's.
Today's rate will become applicable. Why? Because of this. Right. Now, by chance, if the bill of entry has not been filed in advance and it is filed later after the goods have landed in India, then only this is applicable. Date of filing of bill of entry under section 46. है ना, फिर ये प्रोविजन किसी काम का नहीं रह जाएगा. I hope you have understood all this.
That case already been assessed, no, sir. The prayer also that has been assessed already by. So then that is applicable.
Everything is done, even duty is also paid in advance.
Yes.
But chances of any variation are rare. Right, rare chance. So out of 365 days in a year, 2 days it may happen that there is a change of rate of duty between the filing of bill of entry and the entry inward. Right, very rare case. So maybe 2 times in a year that can happen. One day you already know when the change is going to take place. That is the budget date, or maybe the 1st April. That is already known in advance.
Even then we filed and paid means no problem. Already.
So this is under section 15. Is section, what is most important is filing. Right. Now, when you refer section 16, what is the important word there is? Whether filing or permission?
Permission.
Permissions.
Right. So their filing is not important. There the date of permission is more important. So there is a reference given that the bill of export or shipping bill is filed under section 50. Forget that section 50. What is relevant is the date on which permission is granted by the proper officer under section 51 for export of the goods. I hope it is clear. Why I'm doing it again? Just to point out a difference that here the date of filing is important, not the date of assessment, not the date of order, not the date of payment. In this case, filing is not important, but the date on which the order is given by the officer, that is called let export order, Leo. On that date, what is the duty applicable? That is valid. Okay. In this, I have broken it in 2 parts so that more clarity. Filing under section 50. Right? Let export order under section 51. Okay. So rate on this date is relevant. rate on this date. Okay, so intentionally I have shown you separately that filing is under section 50, but the permission is granted under section 51. In this case, we are not talking about the removal order, okay, or out of customs order. We are not talking about that. We're simply talking about the date of filing. Okay, so here the let export order is more important, and here the date of filing is more important. I hope it is clear. Now, where these provisions do not apply, both the sections.
Baggage and post.
Baggage and postal articles.
Import or export?
Both.
Both.
Sorry,
Both, sir.
So
this
this
is
is
for import. This is for imports, sir.
not for baggage and
Post. For you.
import export by post. So this is complete. So both the sections are in front of you. You can compare, you can understand. Okay, can I clear this? Anyone having any question? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now we already know everything. What is important for determination of the amount of duty? What are the factors important for determination of the amount of duty? First factor is
Classification.
classification. Number 2, value. Number 3, exchange rate.
Wait.
Number 4,
Effective rate of duty.
effective rate of duty and tariff values.
Tariff value.
Right. So based on that, prima facie, except where the rate of duty is specific. How do you compute the duty? Very simple idea. Value multiplied by the rate of duty is equal to amount of duty. Isn't it? So by chance the value is 1 lakh rupees and the rate of duty is 12%, 1 lakh multiplied by 12% is effectively your 12,000. That is the amount of duty. Right. So value multiplied by rate of duty. And by chance, if it is a specific duty, then how do we compute the amount of duty?
Quantity.
Quantity. Tariff.
Right. Quantity multiplied by amount of duty per unit.
Given value, tariff value.
Why tariff? Specific duty is not the tariff value. Tariff value is again subject to ad valorem duty. There is a huge difference between tariff value and specific duty. In case of a specific duty, value is altogether irrelevant. Jai Shankar. No, clarity must be there.
Yeah.
Okay. In case of a specific duty, value is irrelevant. Everybody is following what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everyone. किसी को कोई
Yes,
confusion
sir.
तो नहीं?
So a specific duty will be absolute value per unit.
To watch full video, join online batch weekdays 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Call Tail Institute.